The Lunaverse, Episode 5, Old Friends, by Grass and Clouds 2, Chapter 2, Old Friends, Reunion. Jelly was trying to explain to Truffle Shuffle why you couldn't grow apples with peanut butter and honey already on them, when he heard a commotion starting behind her. Turning, he saw Lula streaking under her wings while Diamond Tiara laughed. Her again. Shirley trotted up to them. Diamond Tiara, she said, you made your classmate very sad. Apologize. Diamond Tiara sighed melodramatically. Lula, I'm sorry for saying that you wouldn't be able to get a job when you're older because you'll be a princess and that job's already taken. I don't want to be a princess. Where were Lula? Maybe you could just make pots. Do they let princesses make pots? Wondered Scootaloo. I bet Scootaloo would make some awesome pots. Luna can do whatever she wants, said Bebop. She's the princess. She can stand on her head all day and no pony would stop her, or roll around with bugs and worms. Snail's eyes whined. Oh, now I want to be royalty. Diamond Tiara opened her mouth, presumably to make another smart remark, but a glare from Cheerly shut that down slightly. When you want to be a princess? Asked Lee Bell. Wouldn't it be cool for everything for you to be really important? You could set, like... She seemed to try to think of the most important thing in the world. Fashion trends! Lula shrugged. But I like to make pots. It'd be fun to know a whole lot of ponies were eating on plates that I made. But when you're a princess, you can cut your pots out of thin air, said Lee Bell. But I like making them myself. Lula smiled. Dad got me some real high-quality clay for my birthday. That was a lot of fun. Dinky was helping Snails remove his turban, was somehow gotten stuck. Charlie noted that it at least wasn't on fire, which was an improvement over last weekend. Asked Dinky. Entomologist, says Snails. That's a desire, like my big sister, says Lee Bell. I'm gonna be a great musician, screamed Bebop. Every pony will listen to me. I'll be in every concert hall. Ask your janitor, whispered Silver Spoon. She and her friend laughed. Silver Spoon, snapped Shirley. Scootaloo said, butting in. I'm gonna be an awesome night guard, just like Mom, she grinned. I'll keep ponies safe from all kinds of threats. I'll make sure they're all safe and happy. You can't make sure every pony's happy, said Diamond Tiara. There's too many ponies. As many as I can, Scootaloo paused. That's what Mom did. I talked to some of the night guards that knew her after we all got lost in Kerala a few months ago. He says he wasn't really brave at fighting off monsters, but he's always helping whenever another guard or a castle pony was in trouble, even if they were just sick. That's a very good model for you to aspire to be like, said Shirley, and I... Miss Shirley! Miss Shirley! Shirley looked up and saw Applebloom approaching, with a very familiar mare following her. Haven't I seen her somewhere before? Miss Shirley, this is a Telluride notary. She's an old friend of yours that wants a date. Notary slowed as she looked at Shirley. Look, Terry, she said, her thick voice thick and tense. Shirley, please. Natalia? Her eyes widened. From the Oates Stones dormitory? Notary nodded slightly. Shirley stared for a moment, then turned to her class. Class, this is my college roommate, Miss Notary. She was back at Notary. Well, what brings you back to Ponyville? It's been too long. I just wanted to catch up with an old friend. Said Notary, may I bother you for a few moments? Shirley frowned and thought. Of course, she said as she traced her memories back. She lost touch with Notary after college. They both gone off on their own paths. They hadn't seen each other since then. Shirley tried to resume contact with her more recently, after the whole most of Elton, but if it's a problem she couldn't quite remember that prevented her from doing so. The teacher shook her head. The answer could wait. Class, I'll go walk with Miss Notary for a little bit. Think you can handle yourselves? Yes, Miss Shirley, they chorused. Shirley inclined her head at Notary. The schoolhouse is just a block away. Shall we? Notary nodded gravely. Of course. Wow, said Sweetbelle. Miss Shirley has an old friend. She looked funny, said Silver Spoon. Her coat was all white, like Corona. She started. Hmm, my sister's coat's all white, said Sweet Belle. She's not like Corona at all. But her mane was white too, said Featherweight. She had a really cool accent. She sounded like a spy. I read somewhere that police with accents were like Russian, and everybody knows that a lot of Russian spies. Sniff gasped. Maybe she's here to spy us fools. Or maybe she's gonna spy on Miss Chili, said Bebop. We should do something. Well, said Dinky. Maybe she's really use as a friend, she grinned. She get Pinkie Pie, so let's throw a party. Well, we can't throw her a party if she's a spy, protested Featherweight. Dinky frowned. Miss Chili trusts her, so we should too. Miss Chili's a really smart pony. Scootaloo hopped up on a convenient tree stump. All right, here's what we'll do, she said, her little voice writing out orders with the confidence of a general. We'll follow her. This Laurie's a real friend. We'll help Pinkie Pie throw the best reunion party ever. And she's a secret spy. We'll get Trixie in the other nights. Yay, said Sweet Belle. Said Dinky. As all the foals, even unusually interested Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon began to follow Scootaloo. We're not spying, we're just checking her out. It's called Wrecky Tense, said Scootaloo. What kind of sense? Corrected Twist. Whatever, but we all love Miss Shirley. We'll need to protect her. Dinky paused. She did care a lot for her teacher. Besides, said Sweet Belle, Eddie says there's nothing wrong with a little eavesdropping. She says that's how all great romances got started. Dinky still felt uneasy. She couldn't deny her own curiosity. Besides, if Miss Shirley really needed help, Dinky wanted to be there, just like Shirley had been there to save them all for Corona, Grogar, and the other monsters. Then let's go, yelled Scootaloo, and the foals took off in a run. You still like your coffee black? Asked Shirley, as she poured a fresh mug. Duh. Nori took the mug. You've been there. I suppose. Good town, good friends. A job I love, and now I'm a bearer of an element of harmony, said Shirley. Didn't see that one coming in college. I have to admit, of all the elements, left probably suits you best. Shirley raised her own coffee mug. Thank you. And yourself, what do you do now? I am between jobs, said Nori. She paused with noticeable effort continued. But I have resources saved up. You do not worry. Shirley nodded. Not that I'm not pleased to see you, but what brings you here? Nori's eyes slightly narrowed. Something from our college days. You'll need to be more specific. Saito is involved. That doesn't narrow it down much, said Shirley. Nori frowned. Right. Shirley chuckled. You're always serious. What's up? Do you remember, Nori said softly, a trip to New Orleans for the summer sun celebration? Shirley opened the dormitory door and hopped inside, singing merrily. Oh, ponies are wine, to go together like mud and slime, ponies are... Nori looked up from her desk. Her face had a few lines on it. Shirley didn't think she slipped out that week. Look, Terry, she said in an exasperated tone. Right, you're studying. Shirley dropped her books on her bed, stressed. It's almost midsummer. It's a university holiday. What's left to study? My own special projects. Nori flipped the page. I want to learn as much and as many skills as I can. That's what matters. Shirley smiled. You're just jealous I got better grades than you. By 1/100th of a point, said Nori instantly. That professor was confused. You don't understand my literary allusions or my use of allegorical imagery. Hey, come on. We both got straight A's. We should celebrate. Shirley moved over and flopped onto Nori's bed. Seriously, you gotta bring yourself out like this. Your concern is touching, but I can take care of myself. I want to change the world someday. I have no time for idleness. Shirley propped herself up, and so her muzzle rested on Nori's desk. I leveled with her book. There seemed to be a set of agricultural plans. You got A's. You should celebrate. She urged. Let's go party. For the last time, no. I am not encouraged to party. Nori put a huff to her head. My cherry, I don't accept when you go to your clubs. I accept you have different priorities. Please do not protest my own. Shirley frowned. Did her roommate do anything but study? Didn't she have fun? There had to be something she could do to help show this Russian mayor how to fund some life. I'll make you a deal, she said. Nori looked at her. I'm going to New Orleans for the summer sin celebration. Come with, and I'll show you the best party in Equestria. Still not interested in parties? I won't bug you about them again. Nori paused. No. Look, you always say you want to learn everything you might need to know. Summer Sun is one of the biggest events in the country. You should go. You've only to learn about it, right? Nori looked at her book. Her eyes started to her grade sheet, as well as a vase. I suppose. I did accomplish all my goals this time. I didn't want to resist this summer sun. That's the spirit. I'll handle hotels, reservations, everything. I'll watch out for you. Shirley grinned. We are going to have a great time. Nori looked a bit skeptical, but nodded. Alright, but I should warn you. I don't plan on engaging in these drunken exercises. Woo! Screamed the two mayors. Shirley grinned. Nori had been uptight for a few hours. She finally loosened up when they found a place that sold genuine Moscow vodka. It was good, fiery and strong. Shirley would have to look into a Canterlot supplier when she returned. Anyway, since then, Nori had been a lot more easygoing. They had cruised all over the city, dancing, praying, partying, and in general having a blast. Liquor flowed freely, as did the food. While Nori seemed uninterested in stallions, Shirley already had a saddlebag full of addresses. Everywhere they turned, there was more fun to be had. It was the greatest party ever. Let me guess, there were sometimes a couple of stallions threw beads at her and Shirley stood up on her hind legs. What hell else is our ponies gonna flash? Look, said Nori, and then rattled out several sentences in Russian. What? That establishment is selling jambalaya for only 2 bits to a plate. That's vastly more cost-efficient than any other restaurant you've seen, said Nori. Russian certainly was. Shirley had noted for both drunk. If we possess desired quantity of jambalaya there, we could retain more money for cider, offered Shirley. Exactly. Besides, you're far too intoxicated to notice if it tastes bad anyway. A valid point, Shirley gestured. Jambalaya, here we come! Woo! Shirley giggled at the memories. We certainly had fun back then. Rosemary's expression was unchanging. Luxury. The last thing we did that day, before stopping for the night. I certainly hope you've ever forgotten. Well, it's been a while. Shirley paused, and I was very drunk. I do not forget things, even when drunk. I remember all of it. Shirley frowned. What was her old roommate driving at? She cast her thoughts again. I'm hungry, announced Shirley. She and her roommate were covered in bean necklaces, to the point where they were tired of carrying around. Therefore, Shirley Drunken concluded, he needed to get their strength up, and so genuine New Orleans cuisine would hit the spot. Ugh, said Nori, just with a wobbly hoof at a small restaurant with a full chapel attached to the roof. Only 8 bits for an all-you-could-eat buffet. Oh, I'm seeing where this is going! Shirley approached the restaurant, eyes flickering over to the sign. Hey, if we pay 3 more bits each, they throw in a free wedding. That is... Nori blinked a few times. Remarkably cost-effective. Weddings usually cost thousands of bits, but this sells for only 11. If we look adorable wedding dresses, added Shirley, it'll be fun. But as the two approached the restaurant chapel, Nori just became confused. Real... It can't. What, permanently? Yeah, nothing that happens during the summer celebration counts. What happens in New Orleans stays in New Orleans. Now, come on. Shirley led Nori towards the reception hall. Since they have wedding dresses and funny little hats, and flowers too. The buffet has real cherry mayas. I love cherry mayas. Flowers? Nori giggled at that. Her sense is forgotten. We can plant flowers all over the city. Rotterdam with the finest New Orleans cider. Would that work? I am far too inebriated to analytically analyze that question. Okay, sure. Oh, right. Shirley paused. She had a bad feeling. Didn't it count? What, permanently? Echoed Nori. Yes. She slid the paper down from the desk. I was setting my affairs in order before returning to Moscow. A record assistant all relative records from the appropriate catalog offices. I was surprised to note that legally I am registered as being married to you. Shirley blinked. She had seen Nori angry before, though not usually at her. That's something she relished. Well, wait a minute. The next day, before we left, you had me get that note. Huh, starting a fit. It's just a silly marriage anyway. Who cares? Shirley frowned. It was the day after summer sun, and New Orleans was asleep. It was just Shirley on the streets. Well, her and all the garbage. See if I take her to parties anymore, how's she even remember it? She drank almost as much as me. Stupid etiquette memory, muttered Shirley. I had to get it fixed when I got this pounding hangover, knowing a little. I'm sorry. Shirley turned to see a handsome stallion sleeping in front of his shop. Judging from his clothing and the Angel State cutie mark, it was a blacksmith. Judging from his muscles, just Shirley's type. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean you. Guess I brought along. Shirley smiled. How are you? Doing okay, I guess. Day after summer sun's always a drag. Shirley said, eyes jiggling. The stallion blinked and smiled. Well, alright then. Who wants a cider? Wait, Dad? Did you take care of it? Asked Nori as soon as Shirley reappeared. You were gone a long time. Shirley smiled tipsy. She has been supposed to take care of something? Well, it was summer sun. They didn't have school or work, so it couldn't have been very important. Whatever it was best for us to keep Nori happy. Well, Shirley said, I was going to, but there was a stallion. You failed to get an annulment. The one thing I asked you to do, you specifically said you would watch out for me in the other names. You failed to get it. But you were cheating on me. You see, your life had a few hours. Well, with the first stallion you met. Shirley thought of saying things. She debuted, bringing up how polygamy was legal in Equestria, so that their being married, in a technical sense, would prevent them from marrying somebody they actually loved. She considered mentioning how neither of them had ever attempted to revoke any marital rights, such as tax benefits, so the marriage hasn't impacted them all, nor would in the future. What's wrong with my words today? There's also the point that the marriage could easily be dissolved by both of them, signing a declaration to that effect and filing in Canterlot. Even though, by pointing out that equestrian law considered marriages annulled by default, the two parties involved were separated for certain lengths of time, by certain instances. So the marriage, in addition to functionally being meaningless, might not even exist anymore. Then she looked at Nori's gray teeth, her blazing eyes. Then the little divots in Nori's hose were digging into the desk, and she remembered something else from her college days. Shirley came back into her room, books balanced on her back, finding a pony trapped and struggling in a net attached to the ceiling. Get me out of here! The pony complained. Shirley recognized him as the captain of the dormitory's football team. A lecherous and annoying jock. Your roommate's nuts! Shirley blinked and turned to her roommate, who was working at her desk like always. He tried to steal my homework, Mallory said. Hey, Coach says if I don't get my grades up, I'm off the team, and everybody knows you're a total egghead. Mallory looked up, eyes blazing, and Grousey repeated, You tried to steal my homework. Shirley made a quick decision. I'll be back later, she said, so the door walked away. As she left, she muttered to herself, Note to self, don't make her mad. It was time, Shirley knew, to make another decision. Well, she said in a jaunty voice, there's a very good explanation for all that, Natalia. Then she ran for her life. Outside the window, the foals were busy chattering. Married, said Sleepbell, turning into a swear song. Miss Shirley is married. It's so great. Why? Said Apple Bloom. Alice knew she found herself in an awesome space of sun, Polly. We gotta tell Pinkie Pie, said Sulu. Two wives meet each other after so long. Got me worth a huge party. I wonder how Miss Shirley didn't know, mused Featherweight. I would think you'd forget something like that. Who cares? Said Sleepbell. Oh, I know. We can set up a honeymoon for them right here at Pine Hill. She grinned. Half of us can make the money, honey, and the others can build a big boat for them to eat on. I don't think that's how it works, said Twist. Thinking a mess to keep listening at the window. Well, she said, He's so mad, says he. Miss Nori sounds mad. Mad? Wonders Scootaloo. They're married. They can't be mad at each other. That's not allowed. Yeah, says Sweetie Belle. It can't happen. Cherry blasted through the doors at a dead run. Hi, Cos! Bye, Cos! She says as she tore past them. Nori jumped through the doors a moment later, saddlbag spilling off her side. Get back here! I did not son with you! She yelled, giving chase. The foals stared at Nori and proceeded to chase cheerily around the school lot, running circles around him. Every time Cheerily sped up, Nori did too. The foal's eyes began to swim, and trying to keep up with it. Scootaloo! Cheerily called suddenly. Can I borrow your skirt? Scootaloo blinked. Sure. Great, thanks, bye! Cheerily suddenly turned to an angle and raced for the gate. Stop! Cried Nori. Cheerily reached the schoolyard gate, jumped, and landed on a Scootaloo had left there. When Mike kicks, he zipped away. Nori scared Joe Hall, glaring. That! So yes, I will follow you today. I will follow you to the ends of the earth! But you can't follow her, Silver Spoon snarked. You don't have any to... Nori, as well as the foals, turned to see a large pink pony rolling towards them on a big wagon. Hi, Pinky. You brought your wagon. Yay, said Snails. You said you didn't want to see so you could corn to pie, said Pinky to Nori. So, I thought I'd bring the pie to you. Besides, nothing gives new ponies more fun than my pie wagon. Nori paused. Fun? You wanted me to have fun? Yes, it's my special talent, and... Nori considered for a moment. I would find it fun, then, if you allowed me to borrow your wagon. Well, okay, here you go. She sent it over towards the white-coated mare. Nori hopped and kicked off. Soon, Cheerily was pursuing Cheerily to the distance. The foals could only stare. Let's see! You cannot get away! Cheerily risked across behind her, saw her close roommate chasing her in Pinky's party wagon. Uh-oh. This thing has kick cans. And oh, they're Tori. I need to hide. She baked around the corner, but Nori followed. She seemed to be fast as Cheerily. It was starting to gain. No fair, thought Cheerily. This is supposed to be a peaceful day. I didn't want to have to deal with my nutty college roommate. Dang it, I could just get any worse. Cheerily, why did you say that? You know problems about to happen. So it's settled, Scootaloo yelled. We're gonna get Miss Cheerily and Miss Nori back together! Yay! Cheered the foals. Pinky alone seemed skeptical. Can you ask us not to interfere in the love line after Hudson Christine? No, she asked her not to find a new special somebody. This is an old special somebody, says Scootaloo, totally different. Yeah, says Sweet Belle. Besides, Miss Cheerily and Miss Nori really looked mad at each other. Miss Nori looked furious, said Bebop. She frowned. But married ponies aren't supposed to be angry at each other. It's terrible, said Apple Bloom. But Nori Lee's looking. Miss Cheerily doesn't hear a special somebody. We gotta do something, said Sweet Belle. You bet, said Scootaloo. Okay, everybody, we need to get those two to love each other again. We're going to make the best thing in the world for them. And the little twist, get some romantic food. Bebop, make some romantic music. Sweet Belle, get some romantic picnic cloths for your sister. Get some heart-shaped ceramic plates. Fireluck, dust them on fire. Diamond Tiara, Silver Spoon. Well, get the silverware, jewelry, and other accessories, said Diamond Tiara. We will. Diamond Tiara nodded. I'll explain on the way, she muttered. The rest of us get guided to the picnic close array. Okay, everybody ready? A dozen foals all nodded at each other. Alright, Operation Natalie is a go! Oh, there are going to be some shenanigans tonight!